Up. Freeze and arms. Order arms. Right face.
Good afternoon. We have a slight change in the schedule. We'd like to invite faculty member and Fond du Lac Tribal College board member Liz Jockla to start us off in a good way.
Bonjour, Nindoe Ma Ganiduk. Hello, all my relatives. Nitana Gama.
Is it on? Hello? Okay, good. So it's always tricky here with this because sometimes if you talk like really close to it, you get a lot of feedback. So I'll try to like not do the bob weave here a little bit. So welcome everybody. So good afternoon. My name is Joel Nichek, and I am the coordinator for the Criminal Justice Peace Officer Skills Program here at the college. I want to start by welcoming everyone to our beautiful campus. And thank you to say a big thank you to everybody for participating in this day of celebration. Today we recognize the achievements of these 17 graduates, and we'll be sending them off to their careers. And I say sending them off to their careers because that is truly what we're doing. This may come as a surprise to you. I don't think so. But over the last few years, the peace officer profession has taken quite a hit. Our image is not what it used to be. And as it stands right now, agencies across the United States are short on officers. For example, Indianapolis, over 300 officers down. Baltimore, over 600 officers down. Chicago, over 1,300 officers down. Los Angeles, over 1,000 officers down. And New York City, over 3,000 officers short. Locally, there is over 137 agencies in this state with multiple job postings for these 17 candidates that you see before you. So I say that as a profession, we are in need of a boost, and that's an understatement. But all is not lost, because I present before you these 17 graduates, 17 each who are somewhere in a hiring process in an agency. I'll say that again. 17 graduates, all of them in some type of process with an agency to get hired. That is unheard of. But there's more. Many out of this group have conditional offers with multiple agencies, and they're just waiting for them to finish today. So what you have here is 17 eager candidates, and just like their class motto says, they stand ready and serve strong. Ready to serve the public and ready to move this profession forward. So without further delay, I say, let's get to it. So I would like now to invite President Hansen, Vice President Kelly McCullough, and our distinguished guests from the Minnesota State College and Universities to assist me in the presentation of the class of 2025 and the conferring of the skills certificates. I also would like, if we're going to be doing kind of an assembly line here as far as handing out the certificates as the names are called, I would highly encourage family members that if you'd like to get a snapshot picture up close, please do so. Well, to my surprise, I have messed this up. And nobody here stopped me. Shame on you all. That was a total test, and you guys did not help me at all. So, all right. I believe where we're actually supposed to be in the program was my welcome message and then move into opening remarks. So I would like President Anita Hansen to come forward and please save me.
I almost got up, but I was afraid of these 7 candidates stopping me before I got to the podium. I knew you were. Joe, I just want to say, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, whenever I'm asked about our criminal justice peace officer program, it's so easy to talk about because I'm so proud of you and the work that you do. Along with, we've got a number of our skills instructors that are here. I see the Chief of Police is here. We have a lot of partners that are in the audience here supporting what you do for our students. We know that we're a top program in the state. We believe that wholeheartedly. And I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart how hard I know you work and how important giving our students the best skills experience that they can have, they get here. And so thank you for everything that you do. I am not going to talk too much because I have the pleasure of introducing two of our distinguished guests that are here today with us, but I just want to say, family and friends, how thankful we are that you're here today to join us to celebrate the skills ceremony with your graduates. And thank you for allowing these students to be here at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. As you saw moments ago, this is a special place. We do things differently as a result of our tribal college and community college designation. We are the only tribal college and community college in the United States, and we are very proud of that. So thank you all for being here. Graduates, we know that you have been educated in the best way possible when it comes to all classes, but just the diversity training that you also receive. So thank you, Miigwech, for being here, Miigwech, for choosing this campus. Now, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our first guest. It's my pleasure to introduce Minnesota State Chancellor and leader of the Minnesota State College and University System, the fourth largest higher education system in the nation. With a career spanning more than 3 decades in higher education, Chancellor Scott Olson brings both vision and experience to one of the largest and most diverse colleges and universities in the country, systems in the country. Since stepping into the role of Chancellor in 2023, he's led a clear commitment to student success, equity, and workforce readiness, advocating boldly for accessible, affordable education across Minnesota. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Chancellor Scott Olson from the Minnesota State System.
Thank you, President Hansen. It is a pretty big system. It's 26 colleges, which includes Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College, and 7 state universities. So pretty much wherever you are in the state, you're not too far from one of our campuses. Thank you to the family and the friends who've come to support your loved ones today. Your support of their journey has made all the difference. And you're here today to celebrate with them, but they wouldn't be sitting here if not for what you have done to support them, encourage them, and allow for this wonderful day to happen. Thank you, students, for believing in yourselves. College is challenging, and you persevered. And in doing that, you are creating a brighter future. By doing that, you are bringing a brighter future not only for yourselves, but for your families, for the families you may or may not have already or yet to come, for your future employers, and for the communities that you will live in and serve in. And what I would say to you is the whole foundation of the American dream, the whole foundation of how we are able to live and work and prosper and fulfill our dreams, be a part of the American dream, is based on a foundation of safety and security. If we are not safe, if we are not secure, then there isn't really room for love and belonging and self-actualization, not just for you, but for everybody. So it's because you are committed to the peace, because you are committed to our safety and security. That means it's not just you fulfilling your hopes and dreams, but you're setting that foundation so all the rest of us can fulfill our hopes and dreams. That is truly a noble calling. So thank you, graduates, for everything you are doing for yourselves, for your families, and for all of us.
Chair Soul, I don't know if you remember this, but last October you and I were on a bus ride to Camp Ripley. We sat in the same seat and we chatted about random things, but one of the things you had asked is, when is your skills ceremony? I'd like to come up for your skills ceremony. True to your word, you are here today to do that, and it's my pleasure to be able to introduce you to our guests here. It's my honor to introduce Trustee George Soul, who was unanimously elected chair of the Minnesota State Board of Trustees in June of 2024. Trustee Soul has served on the board since 2017. Chair Soul earned a bachelor's degree from Minnesota State University Moorhead and a Juris Doctor from Harvard Law School. Chair Soul is a founding member of the law firm Soul & Stoll, LLC, and an advocate for diversity in the legal community and bench. He is a member of the White Earth Nation and a past president of the Minnesota American Indian Bar Association. He now serves as judge of the Tribal Courts of Appeals for the Fond du Lac Band of Lake Superior, Chippewa, and 4 other Minnesota tribes. Chair Soul firmly believes in providing opportunities for all Minnesotans to create a better future for themselves, for their families, and for their communities, and is a huge advocate for the 2-year criminal justice peace officer training in our state. Everyone, please welcome Trustee George Soul to the podium.
Thank you very much. And nice try, Joel, to dispense with the speeches. I know that everyone came here today to hear the speeches. I appreciate the opportunity to say a few words at this important event. I too am filled with gratitude to you, the graduates, now one step away from being licensed peace officers in the state of Minnesota. Thank you. At this critical time in our history, we need you. I'm from Minneapolis. We need you in Minneapolis. You forgot Minneapolis, we're down 300. We need you all across the state. We need you to serve our communities, to help keep us safe, and to help instill confidence in peace officers. I'm glad to hear that you already have jobs lined up or have multiple offers to consider. We have been reminded, even in the past couple of weeks, how important you are to our lives. Working in harm's way, peace officers have saved countless lives with smart and effective policing. We pray for your safety and thank you for taking on this important task of helping to keep us safe. I talked to my friend Dewana Witt, Sheriff of Hennepin County, about what to say today. She said there is honor in public service and that most people can't do this work. She encouraged you to always remember why you chose to serve the public and uphold the rule of law. I hope you will earn the respect of the communities that you serve, and the communities will earn your respect too. I know a number of you graduated from a Minnesota State college or university, and for those who didn't, thank you for coming to Fond du Lac for your skills training. I'm very proud of the peace officer programs at Fond du Lac and other Minnesota State colleges and universities. In the past 5 years, we have graduated 3,703 peace officers who went on to serve their communities. 86% of the peace officers working in the state of Minnesota graduated from a Minnesota State program. Minnesota State Peace Officer graduates are well-educated, well-rounded, and thoughtful professionals who have been exposed to diverse people, experiences, and opinions. Our programs foster independent thinking, clear communication, and an understanding of civic life. Thank you to everyone involved in this great program, Coordinator Olnichek, President Hanson, Director Peacock, everyone here at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College, a truly special place, everyone who supports this program and these students. So graduates, congratulations and thank you. Best of luck with the exam, and I hope you have a great, safe, and rewarding career.
So, again, I apologize. That was on me, but it's not nervous. It's I'm excited. I'm excited for these 17 to get started, to get out there. We need their help, and I know that they can make a difference. So now, I truly would like to have President Hanson, Vice President Kelly McCullough, and distinguished guests to come up, and we will do the conferring of the skills certificates. Sometimes that happens.
When the music stops, right? All right. So graduates, when I call your name, please come up and grab your certificate from Mr. Olnichek and receive your congratulations from our distinguished panel. Cody Anderson. Feel free to clap if you wish. Taylor Anderson. Libby Colt. Elijah Curry. Jenna Flata. Dakota Gowdy. Lance Hallquist. Brady Herbst. Troy Homestead. Carson Merkel. Lana Mitchell. Henry Randa. Daniel Shear. Owen Schroeder. Logan Tomczak. Alexa Very. Jacob Wendiger. Congratulations, class of 2025.
So now we've come to the point of our program for recognizing some outstanding achievements, contributions to the program. So the first award that I'm going to present this year is going to be the Skills Instructor of the Year Award. And I always like to kind of open these up. They're sealed up and hopefully there's not too much packaging on them, but I like to kind of read what exactly is on the plaque and call the person's name out loud. So this year, like all of the years, is that for the Skills Instructor of the Year, this is voted on by the students and by the students only. And I think that's what makes this program unique, in that their choice of who they pick, of who was the most influential to them, they're drawing from not just a pool of 5 instructors, but a pool of over 60. A pool of over 60 subject matter experts, many of them with full-time jobs, working and taking their vacations to come here and to train the next generation. More often than not, they were working the night or the day before and then coming here and teaching the things that they had just learned. And I think that that's truly what makes this program different, that makes this program so successful. So I know that if I could, I would give all of them an award, recognize them as Instructor of the Years, but I can't. So this year, I do say thank you to all of them, but this year, the Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College Criminal Justice Peace Officer Skills Program Instructor of the Year is going to be presented to Aaron Pry. And go ahead, you can certainly clap, yes. So I would have Aaron come up, but Aaron is actually, as we speak, at the airport picking up his son, who is just kind of returning on a leave from military duty. Aaron is a retired Marine, and I believe his son is in the Marine Corps as well. So I would just say that what I'm really impressed about for Aaron this year is that Aaron this is his first year actually working here. Aaron does the crime scene investigations training portion for the summer skills, and he is by far, I wish that he was here, he is by far one of the nicest persons that you will ever meet. I don't think anybody that knows him would say anything different. So I know that he is going to be ecstatic when I present this to him at the PD, and I know that he will be greatly appreciative from you students as far as nominating him and for this award. So hats off to Aaron Pry. So keeping with the theme for instructors, they always like this portion of the program, they always like to hide from me. So I like the fact that we have kind of like set the chairs up where they can't necessarily kind of sit down or peek off to the side or something like that. So if anybody sees any of these, point them out and have them come up here. But I don't know if I have it. Was looking earlier and I didn't see at least one of them here. But I do have some honorary retirees that I'd like to point out. If they are here, please come on up. Is Dwayne Dewey Johnson here today? Dewey, are you here? I don't see Dewey. So, Dewey Johnson, see if I get to my notes here. Just to kind of put this in perspective as far as recognizing some of the good things that as far as instructors do here. Dewey Johnson has helped with an EMR class, emergency first responder class, traffic stops, and radio procedure. He has done that for over 23 years for this college. Dewey also is a full-time emergency management coordinator for St. Louis County. So besides, if you can think of all of the recent fires that we had, the different fires that took place over the last couple of years in the Boundary Waters, the person who's been in charge of kind of running the emergency management for that has been Dewey Johnson. And he somehow or another found time to still come here each year and do his class as far as emergency responders every single week, as well as helping with the traffic stops and radio procedures. So I would recognize Dewey Johnson for his 23 years of service this year. Thank you, Dewey. Couple more here for our recognized as far as years of service. Is Charles Chip Lemon here today? Of course you're not. You're on. So he just recently retired. If you know Chip, he just recently retired. So I'm sure that he is probably golfing or doing something. So, so Charles Chip Lemon has. Besides a 30-year career with the Minnesota State Patrol, last year told me that he would be done, and that would have gave him 24 years of service here at the college. So besides his 30-year career as a trooper, 24 years working here and doing the Seeking Careers class and helping out with summer skills as far as our field sobriety testing. And a funny story, I say he would have been done. If he was here today, he'd be laughing as well because last minute his vacation got canceled. So just this week, we made a call to the bullpen, and he came out of retirement and helped us with SFSTs this year as well. So, and that's the type of instructors that we have here that on a moment's notice I can make a call to them and say I need some help, and they're more than willing to do that. So I congratulate Charles and I congratulate Chip Lemon for his 25 years of service to the college as well. Thank you, Chip. And one more, Dan Salatel, are you here? Boy, they've let me down. I'm going to have a talk with them. Dan Salatel. So Dan Salatel, again, 27 years with the Duluth Police Department, 19 years working here at the school, helping strictly with the crime scene investigation before turning over the reins to Aaron Pry. I think if I was to rank them, I think Dan might be the second nicest person right behind Aaron Pry. So, Dan brings and has brought over the years his area of expertise. He is a nationally recognized expert in the area of crime scene investigations. So that is the type of instructors that we have here teaching the students. So I recognize Dan Salatel for his 19 years of service. Thank you, Dan. And now we can move on to the Les Northrup Leadership Award. So a little history about this award. Back when this program first started, as far as the law enforcement skills portion, that was back in 2001. During that time, there was a lot of formation as far as figuring out who we are, kind of the classes and how they should be run, and the classes were a lot bigger. So I believe in that graduating class there was closer to like 45 or 50 students. And in 2001, there was a graduate at that time by the name of Les Northrup. Now, what made Les special was that when he came through the skills portion, Les was in his 60s. So Les did everything that these students have done as far as the defensive tactics, going through the taser stuff, the chemical aerosol exposure, all the stuff that probably you guys have heard about from that they have grossly exaggerated when they've come home and told you. As far as all of those things. But Les did all of that stuff in his 60s. And he didn't do it in order to get a police job. Les did it to show his family and to show others that anything is possible. When Les came through and he was going through the program, Les became the class leader, whether he wanted to be or not. He was the person who had the wisdom, the courage to kind of coach, mentor, guide students. He had vision. He was more than willing to pull students aside and kind of let them know that it wasn't quite right. And he was a role model. He was a mentor. And that's really what this award is about, is that at the end of 2001, his class recognized that Les had made such a great contribution to the class as a whole that he should have an award mentioned in his name. So that gets us here today. So this year, like all the years, this is voted on by the students. I'm going to read the plaque, but I'd like the person to come up here. Troy Homestead, can you come up? Congratulations. On behalf of Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College Criminal Justice Peace Officer Skills Program, Law Enforcement for the New Millennium Les Northrup Award, presented to Troy Homestead for his wisdom, vision, and leadership in his ongoing quest to improve himself and his community. Class of 2025. Thank you, Troy. You bet. The mic is yours.
I'll keep it short. At 41 years old, I decided instead of a midlife crisis, I'd go back to school. And I really didn't know what to expect. I walked into my first class and didn't know any of these guys. And over the last year, it's been an honor and a privilege getting to know them and being able to bleed and sweat and everything else with you guys over that time. And I will say most of them affectionately are not referred to me as Dad. But like in that spirit, I just want to say I'm proud of all you guys, proud of the work that we've done, and I'm proud to serve alongside you.
So now I believe that we are to a very special award, and I would call upon Commander from Washington County Sheriff's Office, Timothy Harris, and the Director of the Minnesota Law Enforcement Explorers Association, Brian Swerney. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Joel. Thank you very much. It's my honor and privilege to be able to be here and present this award to an outstanding cadet that's gone through this program. Before I do that, it would be wrong for me to say thank you to a few people that were critical in making this happen. I didn't realize until we were kind of chatting before the ceremony here is that we've been coming on behalf of the Explorers program for the last 17 years to Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College, and the partnership we've had from the Exploring program has been fantastic. For those that are not aware of it, every fall over MEA weekend, we bring almost 250 explorers throughout the entire state of Minnesota to come up here and to practice and train in preparation for the state conference. This has been an absolute symbiotic relationship with the college to be able to bring some good candidates for the college coming up, as well as future partners for those graduating here today. We've been absolutely blessed to be able to have that partnership, and that started with retired Marcus Bruning, Chief Deputy from St. Louis County back in the day, and we took that over from him from many years ago and stuff. So I have to also say thank you to Cass. She is definitely my spirit animal, and she's been able to help me through getting these programs up, as well as Joel over these years too. So I couldn't say enough about it. Through these years, we've been really wanting to develop this scholarship to give back to the college, and more specifically to be able to give back to the students here today. And one specific student came to mind. When I talked to one of my advisors about the folks that volunteered this year to help our conference out, one student came out front and foremost, as well as the partnership with the faculty here in voting who this scholarship go to. It really exemplifies the honor, integrity, and service of this individual and this cadet. So without taking too much more of a time, I'd really like to have Libby Colt come to the front. So this is going to be a scholarship in the amount of $1,000 for her service and assistance with the Explorer program. I'd like to say thank you to her. I also have a challenge coin to be able to talk about that as well, and a recruitment card if she hasn't already been spoken for. So. Thank you.
Well, I'm kind of completely shocked. I just needed volunteer hours, so I showed up. But this is pretty awesome, and thanks for coming out.
Nice job, Libby. So the next section here is going to be reflections of a Fond du Lac graduate. So this is probably one of the more special kind of sections to me during these presentations, because each year I kind of sit down and I start paging through and thinking through and looking at the pictures up on the wall of all the graduates that are now working, and sitting down and figuring out who can I ask on really short notice, who is more than willing to come here and kind of provide some insight to the students. And each year I have a list, and I try to divvy that out or try to think about, not kind of going to one location each time. So this year I thought, what a great opportunity having a graduate in the class who I know is going to be working very soon, or if not already working in this department or in the Pine County Sheriff's Department. And so I'd like Sergeant Deputy Joseph Workman to come forward and please provide us with a little insight. Class of 2013. Joe?
Good afternoon, everyone. As Mr. O said, it was short notice. But being how I am, it was one of those, I'm here to help out, always here to help out, and I want you all to remember that. You're here to help out, no matter what the task is. So with that, I'll make this nice and quick for you guys. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, families, and friends. It's truly a privilege to stand here before you today. My name is Sergeant Joe Workman from the Pine County Sheriff's Office. I've had the honor of serving in law enforcement for the past 10 years. First, I want to thank the faculty and staff here at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College for the critical work you did and do in preparing my future and these future officers, and to the families also. Thank you for your support, your patience, your sacrifices. Without you, this moment wouldn't be possible. Most importantly, congratulations to the graduating class. Today we recognize your hard work, your determination, and your commitment to stepping into the most challenging yet rewarding professions out there. You've earned this moment. It was this very time in 2013 when I was sitting in the same chair that you guys are right now. Looking back, man, has time flown by. Graduates, today marks the end of a journey and the beginning of another. Completing your law enforcement training is no small feat. It takes discipline, integrity, and strength, both physical and mental. You've chosen a path that demands your very best every single day, a path that is sometimes thankless, often difficult, and always important. When I first started in this career, I thought I knew what to expect. I had completed the training, I had memorized the laws, I had practiced the skills, but my very first call was not what I envisioned. That day wasn't about arrests or citations, it was about connection. And I quickly learned that that's what this job is really about, people. After a decade in this line of work, today we're going to say it's a decade. October 27th of 2015 is when I was hired. So for today it'll be a decade. I can tell you this career will test you. You'll be called upon in moments of chaos, fear, and loss. You'll see people at their worst and at their most vulnerable. But you'll also witness resilience, community, and human kindness in its rawest forms. You'll be the calm in the storm, the voice of reason, and the one who shows up when no one else will. Over the years, I've responded to calls that were chaotic, heartbreaking, and at times dangerous. I've delivered death notifications, helped pull people from crashes, searched for missing children, and held the line in the George Floyd protests. I've also spent long nights in quiet patrol cars thinking about the day. There's a reason we call this a service, because at the heart of law enforcement, it's exactly that, serving. Not just enforcing laws, but building relationships, restoring peace, and protecting the dignity of every person you encounter. This will remind you that wearing the badge isn't about being a hero, it's about trying, even when the odds are stacked against you. Serving in northern Minnesota, and especially in areas with deep tribal history, like right here at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College, means understanding the unique communities you're going to be entering. Respect is earned, and it starts with listening, learning, and showing up with humility. Whether you're working in Pine County, Carleton County, or beyond, remember, effective policing is rooted in trust. This has taught me that policing means you don't just show up, you become a part of the community, especially here, where the connections run deep. It's not enough just to enforce the laws. We must listen, and we must respect the people that we serve. To each of you, this career will challenge you in ways you can't yet imagine. You're going to face situations where the right answer is not always clear. I want you to, in these moments, lean on your training, lean on your partners, and lean on your values. As you step into your new roles, carry the badge with pride, but also with purpose. It's not a symbol of authority, it's a symbol of responsibility. The weight of the badge is not heavy because of the medal, but because of the promise it represents, to be fair, to be just, and to protect all people equally. Remember, it's not weakness to ask for help. It's not weakness to admit something affected you. Take care of your mental health and take care of each other. Stay curious, keep learning, and most of all, never lose sight of why you started this. To the graduates, your community needs you, your department needs you, and this profession needs good people, people like you. You're joining a proud, noble profession, and this world needs good officers. Officers with heart, officers with empathy, officers like you. Congratulations on this achievement. We're proud of you. Now go out there, stand tall, serve with honor, make a difference, and welcome to the family. Thanks.
And now I would invite Jenna Flata to come up and help us with some student commentary.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here to celebrate with us today, especially our families, friends, instructors, mentors, and anyone who still talks to us after hearing our stories over these past couple of months. Without your support on this long and intense journey, we wouldn't be here today wearing these uniforms with pride. To my fellow graduates, we did it. We survived. Barely, but we did it. Let's be real, this isn't your typical academic program. While most students were writing essays and pulling all-nighters over textbooks, we were out here getting pepper sprayed, shot with sim rounds, tased, gassed, and pepperballed, basically living through every non-lethal weapon invented. While we were suffering, Mr. O and Bruce had huge smiles on their faces, enjoying our pain. But through the chaos, we kept showing up. Burning eyes, bruised, and for some of us, bloody bodies, snot streaming down our faces, but still showing up. That kind of commitment is not taught in classrooms. That is earned, and every single one of us earned it. We started as strangers, but we are now leaving as a unit, a slightly traumatized, questionably sane, very bonded unit. We've seen each other at our strongest and definitely at our most vulnerable. We've learned how to push past our limits, how to trust each other, and how to keep a somewhat straight face while drenched in OC spray, wondering where it all went wrong. I have to give a special shout out to both Taylor and Lana for helping me wash my eyes out, since I just kept waterboarding myself, making absolutely no progress. And through that, we became more than classmates. We became family. Now we step into something even greater. We're not going to be officers. We're going to be the kind of officers people can count on. The ones who lead with strength, serve with heart, and bring calm into chaos. The kind who stand strong. I truly cannot thank you all for making this experience so amazing. I have made so many amazing memories with you all, like counting how many times Mr. O says cool during a lecture, or playing the game Heads Up when we arrived 2 hours early at the night shoot. Thanks to Cody. I cannot wait to watch all of you grow and succeed in this journey. Congratulations, everyone. Now let's go out there and legally chase people for a living.
So I believe, nice job, by the way. So I believe that we're at the point of the oath of honor. So I would ask the 17 to go ahead and stand up and face the audience. On the back of our handout here is the law enforcement oath of honor. I would ask the 17, as I recite this, to repeat after me. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency that I serve. Congratulations. So we're almost done. You guys can sit down. So like I said, congratulations. You made it. And all the sacrifices, the long days, the nights, it has gotten you to this day, graduation. But what exactly does that mean? Well, simply, graduation means you finished. You're done. but I think it means a little bit more than that. So I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to go off script just kind of slightly. I'm actually going to provide you with, I guess, the last teaching lesson. And you know the way that I teach, I'm not a real big fan of kind of standing in the front and just kind of operating that way. So I'm actually going to move around, and I'm actually going to look at you guys as I talk. So I mean no disrespect to you guys. So I was going through thinking about my graduation when I graduated back in 1998, oh boy, from Alexander Technical College for my skills class. And I was thinking about what it would mean or what things I kind of took away from that class and what has been important so far over my career. And I kind of narrowed it down to kind of these 6 things. So here we go. Number 1, from this point forward until the day you retire, you will be in the public eye. The camera will always be on, and everyone will be watching you. They will be watching every single move. Be an inspiration for others to follow. Number 2, remember this is public service. This is a public service profession. This job will provide you with great opportunities to change lives. Never allow your actions to victimize a victim a second time. Number 3, right is right and wrong is wrong. Tell the truth, even when no one is looking, and even if it makes you look bad. Your integrity is all that you have, and that is all that matters. 4, remember your family and your friends that you're looking out here at. Look around you. These are the people who matter the most to you. Remember that while you are fearlessly chasing bad guys in the dark of night, they will be the ones fearing for your safe return. As you leave today, take a second oath to put family first. 5, rely on your training. Every day will be a learning experience. You will make mistakes, just like I did to start the day, but embrace it. Early in my career, I had a wily veteran say these words to me, and it still has kind of stuck with me. He said this job is a great teacher. It will provide you with endless knowledge and experience. The problem is the cost of tuition could be your life. And finally, remember the golden rule. Treat others the way that you would want to be treated. This job is going to provide you with opportunities every day to make a difference in someone's life. Use the 1% rule. If you're not familiar with the 1% rule, that is simply try to make things better each day, even if it's just 1% better than the day before. So I was thinking about how to end and what to finally say to you, and I got in touch with my inner self and I found a poem. I know that sounds kind of like, what? Mr. O, a poem? No. So this poem that I'm going to read is often read at funerals, and this is obviously not a funeral, this is a celebration today. But I think that it really provides guidance on how you should live your life. It's called The Dash by Linda Ellis. So there are I'll start with, the dash between. There are 2 important dates around the life that we live that reflect the time we're given to laugh, to love, to live. And between the date when we arrive and the date we go away, there exists a horizontal line that captures every single day. Because these days we're living, seem to vanish in a flash, we need to make the most of that special little dash. We are blessed with opportunities as we tread the grounds of earth to build the loving legacy our own dash will be worth. To focus on what matters, not on possessions owned or bought, and smile every chance we get and love with all we've got. To appreciate the here and now as each moment will unfold, because we're never told beforehand how much time our dash will hold. So if you need to make some changes, let this be the day you start. To make a difference with your life, show the love that's in your heart. For how you spend this life will someday be defined by everything it is remembered in the dash you leave behind. So I believe that ends the ceremony today. I say last congratulations to this class. Good luck and be safe. I believe that there is some refreshments outside the door, and I believe, Taylor, are we going to do we will not be doing a posting of the colors. Got it. Okay. That will end the ceremony today then. Thank you, everybody, for coming.